Hey, how you doing? Pete here from Growth Models. So, a couple of years ago, I did an analysis of a brand that does $1 billion a year in revenue through newsletters, essentially. The $1 billion newsletter brand. Kicked it off because I saw this tweet here from Sampar. And, you know, I come from a copywriting background. Most copywriters know of the Agora. The Agora is a huge publisher, and they pay their copywriters well, and their copywriters are known as some of the best in the business, especially for those sort of like emotional triggers. And so, you know, a couple of years ago, I really wanted to just understand how it is that they've managed to take a newsletter and turn it into $1 billion. So, how did they do it? And, you know, thought today we'll go through and see how things have changed and whether they're still doing things the same way. So basically, the Agora is not one newsletter. The Agora is the parent company. Below it, they had 22 subsidiary companies, and each subsidiary had a number of different newsletters within. So you had 120 newsletter publications at least back when I did this. And so, you know, if we look at it, this is how it would look. The Agora, say Agora Financial is one of their subsidiary companies, and they would have 6, 10, 12, 15 newsletters underneath the Agora Financial brand. If you have a look now at the Agora on Wikipedia, the companies, they're independently operated US-based member companies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, and the international ones 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 22. So that's what they're listed as, but could be more, could be less now, who knows. Let's have a look and go through one of the systems of how to make this much money. It's a very simple process that's very well done, and it's something that they've rolled out several times, and they've interlinked it in a way which we'll get into. So anyway, the Agora, if you go to their website and then you find, like, you know, the Agora Financial newsletter, then let's see what newsletters they have. So if you click view our interest, they'll have different publications again. So Paradigm, St. Paul Research, 3 founding publishing, Flying Cloud Fulfillment. If we go to Paradigm Press, we end up here, and Paradigm Press has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21 newsletters, separated by sort of niche, I guess, or concept. Jim Rickards here is, so Jim Rickards is their big idea guy. Jim Rickards, yeah, it's all Jim Rickards. James Altucher is the next one for technology and crypto. But, you know, these are all standard newsletters. You know, you can go and learn more about the things. Does this not actually... No, it doesn't actually take you through to the newsletter. How weird. You think that this... there you go. So it's just that one that wasn't... Yeah, it doesn't have a subscribe now. This one did subscribe now. So yeah, this one, $5,000. Jeez. I don't imagine they get many who do that customer journey to then pay $5,000. So how do they do it? Well, if you look at, this is just on SEMrush, and we went Paradigm Newsletters because that was the URL where their newsletters are hosted. The sign-ups for them anyway. And if we look, let's have a look at the backlinks. Back when I did this a couple of years ago, they tended to use native advertising like these. You know, they show up at the bottom of news pieces. They look like a news article, which brings you through, and then you feel like you're still reading news, but it is in fact an ad. Now it looks like they still will probably use that because it works well, but they'll find publications that are aligned with their target market and publish something there, which we'll have a look at now. The thing to note with the Agora is that they only really operate at the extremes, and usually the extreme on the right of the political spectrum. It's much easier to sell things to people who have very strong beliefs and very strong pain points. By going after people who have a very strong political belief, you can easily figure out what they fear and use that to kind of get your in, for lack of a better term, and then sell them the solution. So, you know, you see here, Breitbart, I never know how to say it. Obviously, it's like a right-leaning publication. Biden's dollar plan a deeply troubling, whatever. Let's have a look. So this is a news piece, but it's an advertorial. Paradigm Press sponsored, as you can see here. So this is a paid piece, and it was from July 2022. 962 comments. All of these links, they're going to be using the same model, I'm sure. So this is how they attract people. The links will lead through to a VSL, a video sales letter, or a long-form sales page. It's the two things that they tend to do. And this will be almost like a rage bait piece. This will be talking about something that people who read this publication will be very worried about, and this will get them angry, and then this will be positioned as what they have to know if they want to stay safe. President Biden quietly signed, buried inside the system of liberation. Provision sets the stage for OKASA government surveillance, big, pain point and fear point for the right. Total control of your bank accounts. Okay, yeah. Sounds like they're going after sort of the libertarian crowd. Comments will all be like, oh my God, how could they be doing this? I'm sure. What will the GOP do about this illegal order? Nothing. Yeah, so people are like angry at this. Yeah. So then these links, like I said, will go through to a VSL. So far the model is they're attracting people by putting a highly controversial and almost sort of a rage bait piece that will touch on a key point that people are worried about, where they're hanging out. So they're going to their target market and using an advertorial to get in front of them. Before, when I was doing these, experts predicted the '08 crash issues, new dire warning, finance being moving money. So again, it's they tend to rely on fear and rage and these kind of emotions to get people to take that action. Before in these native ads, now in this advertorial, VSL. So this will be a 45 to 60 minute video sales letter that continues on the same track as this. Biden's dollar plan, deeply troubling development. Written in a way to incite fear. Biden toward the US dollar replaced. So building on that, building more fear. Sometimes they put a button to read the transcript. I'm not going to sit here and watch 45 minutes. What they do is they remove the scrub bar so you can't go forward and back and all of this. They want you to watch the whole thing because this is built in a way, this VSL, typical persuasion tactics and, moving you through different stages so that you then become desperate to buy whatever it is. You need the thing. So they want you to watch the whole thing. We don't have time for that, so we're going to force it. So let's go below it. Hidden. Okay, so read transcript. That's what we wanted. It looks like it was hidden for some reason. So this is going to be the same message, maybe even the same script as in this VSL. Oh, it's no longer hidden. It is a pop-up, I guess exit intent pop to try and get the transcript. Perfect. There we go. Right. So this will be maybe the same script. So let's see if it's the same script. There's an urgent situation. So yeah, it might actually just align there. But anyway, this will be very long. And at the bottom, there'll be a link to take you through to another page, which is the way that they do it. So this is essentially selling you that idea. This is how they're going to, sort of capture your interest and get you to want to take that next action. It's the same information as in this VSL, it's just in a different format. So we have an advertorial based where the ideal audience hangs out, that is controversial, gets them to be afraid of something, links through to this VSL or sales letter, which builds on that and gets them to fear about it. There will be no more privacy. See what I mean? It's all very fear-based, this one. All the way through. You can, and then, how to protect your wealth. Yeah, don't trust anyone less. Oh, towards the end, we've got that pivot then. It's like, you don't need to be afraid. We've got the solution for you. But you must do it now. I refuse to stand back and let the fascists take control. Yeah, it's still fear-based, still, sort of focusing on it. Here's what, this is what we've got. How to claim your own copy. Building up the value, removing the objections by talking about it being free. The perfect physical gold portfolio, okay. Where's the link? Where's the link? Where's the link? All the way down the bottom. Really value stacking this. Was 99, now 49. It's always a low thing. Usually they're between $49 and $99 for these front-end offers. And I'll talk about that in a sec when we get to the checkout page, which should be the next one. Subscribe now. So this will take us through then to another long form sales page. It won't be anywhere near as long, but it will be very much value stacked. It will talk about how much you get for the low price. And it will usually be between 49 and 99 bucks, right? Again, building on that same message to fear. Now we've gone from fear to the solution to that fear. Here's what you should do next. You get all of this. Show them what they get, all of these lovely reports. It's a way to legally secure and even grow your wealth, okay. 49. There you go. And what will happen is there'll be a checkout, and if you buy this at 49, there'll be upsells, and it will take you from 49 to 99, from 49 to 250 or something like this, because they want, just higher revenue per customer. It's not even an upsell. There's 3 tiers here: 49, 129, 79. So 79 is positioned as platinum, but it's cheaper than the silver because it's discounted. Okay. And then basically what happens here is you buy this because you're so afraid at this point of Biden tracking you through, I guess, crypto, trackable spyware version. So, some sort of digital currency, I imagine, to track you. You're so afraid of it after this 45-minute long VSL that you come through to this, you're like, oh my God, these guys have just got the blueprint for me to never have to fear from this again. I'm going to buy it. You'll buy this, and what will happen is there'll be an upsell on the back end. Even if you go for the 129, it'll be like, why don't you also get this other thing? And that's basically how they are going to increase that revenue per customer. What you've essentially got up to this point is, what I term a self-liquidating front end. So I don't know how much they paid to place this advertorial. But, if you're talking in terms of paid ads and pay-per-click, let's say that the average person buys this 79 thing. So then it might cost you $79 in ad fees to get this $79 sale. So you basically got a new paying customer for free, and then the upsells are there. So that's where you make your profit. And so you think, they must be doing this at such scale to make $1 billion a year. And if it was one newsletter and one offer like this, yeah, 100%, it would be such scale. But remember, they have all of these different newsletters. So what they tend to do is then promote other newsletters and other offers once they've collected that email address from you, which I'll show you now. So this is what we've got. So instead of a display ad here, it's still the same. So we've just gone straight to the advertorial. They may run display ads to that advertorial here. We've still got the VSL. We've still got the sales letter, and then we've got a sale and an abandonment for the upsell and downsell. And then you're into newsletters for more promos, which then promote other VSLs. So last time I did it on Banyan Hill. This one was on, I've already forgotten the name, Paradigm. And then, if I just search my emails, here's one from Market Overnight News, which is Publisher Paradigm Press. So it's still Paradigm, and it still looks like it's the same offer from the look of that email. Same offer, different email, or different video, I should say. So that's what they do. Once you're in their system, they will send you a lot of emails, which will then promote other offers and basically get you into that $49 product somewhere else. Yeah, I don't think I covered that before, but basically, they'll be looking at, so, you might have subscribed to newsletter 3 here for $49. They'll send you promos to join newsletter 2 over here at Stansbury Research for $49. But then they continue to upsell you through those videos. So, you know, we stumbled across that $5,000 one here. Through the emails, if you purchase something, if you're an actual paying customer, they're going to want to try and upsell you to these kind of offers. When I last did it, which was just for Banyan Hill, these were the offers where I could find the price. $97 a year, so these are the low end ones, and then it goes up all the way up to $4,995 per year. And so if they get you on 2 or 3 of these, one customer could be worth, you know, $2,000, $3,000, $5,000, $10,000 per year, just in one newsletter category under one subsidiary. And that's why then they're going to cross promote you to all of the others, because they can make, say, $2,000 off you here, $2,000 off you there, $2,000 off you here, and then you get into this ecosystem, which I'll be honest is really hard to get out of. I've requested that I'd be removed, and this one I got last week. So, you know, it's hard to get away from. It's a really cool model though, and it doesn't look like they've changed much really. It's still advertorial, VSL, sales letter, upsell, downsell. Then you're in the newsletters for more promos, which then push you back to a VSL for a different offer for the sales letter. And I imagine the more times you go through this, they'll increase the cost. So the first time you'll be in it for a $49 offer. The next time for a $499 offer. The third time an upsell to a $5,000 offer all the way through. It is a really interesting business. Personally, I don't really like what they sell, but I do really respect the methods that they've used to sort of grow. These kind of funnels and systems that they built are great, and that's more of a just sort of breakdown of how they're doing it. And, you know, I did this one, a couple of years ago now. So if that's 2020, yeah, so almost 4 years ago, and they're still doing it the same way, which leads me to believe that it's still printing money for them. And it should be something that we should all be looking at and wondering if we can do something through this in the same way. Let me know your thoughts.